Hey, welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. I've got some new things to discuss with you guys. We're gonna talk about how YouTubers like me get screwed over, but it's also worth exploring how the process of curation affects us as fans. In other words, I'm gonna start with something that's got me pissed off, but then turn it into a more profound topic regarding anime in general. So yeah, pretty sure you all know what shadow banning is. If not, it's when content isn't officially banned, but rather hidden away by an algorithm to ensure it doesn't get as much exposure. I've always known that was happening with this YouTube channel, but seeing it play out in real time hurts. I mean, Google's a powerful search engine. I may not be the most popular creator, but if you search the words OtakuDaiKun, lore, and any character or franchise I've covered, there's absolutely no reason my video shouldn't be the very first in that search. Same for the words waifu files, and any anime covered in that series. In this case, I went to search for my own review of Code Geass, Rosé of the Recapture. Specifically, the title of the video is Rosé of the Recapture is a Beautiful Mess. Naturally, I searched OtakuDaiKun, Rosé, Beautiful Mess. This sort of thing used to work in the past, but look what happens now. Okay, so I wanted to find a video of mine. OtakuDaiKun, Rosé of the Recapture is a beautiful mess, something like that. So I put all the important keywords, specifically my own channel. And the first search result I get, other than a sponsored ad for High Dive, is someone else's Gomisa, I don't know who the hell that is, someone else's video, a clip from the show, an ad for Apple TV, other people's Code Geass videos, a playlist of other people's Code Geass videos. Then it hits YouTube Shorts. Bunch of those, other people's YouTube videos, then a section for people also watched this video, which I'm not sure which video they're referring to, sponsored ads there, people also watched this, shorts, other people's videos, sponsored ads, more shorts, Crunchyroll ad for Code Geass, another Crunchyroll ad, other people's videos. You might also like this. Oh yeah, other than what I actually searched for. More other people's videos. A random OtakuDaiKun video that is not that. It's only there because I previously watched it. Other people's videos. Sponsored ad. More shorts. Other people's videos, more shorts, other people's videos. Some of them have been duplicated if you noticed. They'll show other people's videos twice before getting to mine. Sponsored for you, more shorts, interspersed with other people's videos. Can't seem to find it. Ads, shorts. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. More shorts, more ads, more shorts, more other people's videos, more recommendations, but not what I actually searched for. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh my God. And there we have it, finally. I don't know how many videos or pages that was. They don't count it like that on your feed, but holy crap. All I wanted to do was find this one video. The most frustrating thing here is that searching OtakuDaiKun no longer gives you OtakuDaiKun videos, but rather similar content that the algorithm thinks will perform better. In other words, my channel, my own personal branding, is now just a tag to help people find my competition. Publicly, YouTube asserts their algorithm promotes videos you actually want to see based on your viewing habits. This comes at the expense of what you actually ask for, though. Instead of what you say you want, YouTube tries to decide for you what it thinks you want. Maybe this does keep you glued to the screen longer, and maybe that's all YouTube cares about, but it's fundamentally dishonest. If I search for a movie on Netflix and they don't have it, they try to recommend movies they do have. Here though, I've got over 600 videos people should see when searching my name before anyone else's stuff pops up. With that, I want to shift our discussion to the underlying factor behind all of this: curation. The fact is, we don't know what we don't know. There are so many things out there to discover, and you'll likely only experience a small fraction of it. In many ways, your entire life is dictated by what you get exposed to and what options are available. However, there are often options we don't even realize are available, and while hindsight is 20/20, it can be hard to live in the moment. Curation, then, is the selective presentation of those options, either willfully by another human or algorithmically. If you go to a museum, all the artwork there has been carefully selected by a curator. They decide what you get to see. If you visit a local movie theater, the owner gets to curate the films you can watch. Enter a retail store, and every single product, as well as their location on the shelves, is dictated by the owner according to preference and brand deals. Of course, this applies to social media and online searching as well. Maybe you still haven't discovered what you'd think is the best restaurant ever. It could be right under your nose, but you never eat there because it's a humble diner buried in the Google search results. Not everyone can afford to be in the sponsored section, and it's not always true that what's most popular or successful is the absolute best out there. Sure, popular options at least have a proven track record, and there's strength in numbers if an issue comes up, but the truth is, most of us stick with popularity when we lack the experience or knowledge to be more nuanced. Not always, but a lot of the time, popularity appeals to a casual demographic. On the other hand, it takes a lot of risk, research, and work to look beyond what's immediately recommended to you. This is especially important for Western anime fans, because it's so niche, even today. It's a rabbit hole you have to willingly go down, and it can be hard to find the entrance when most curation is catered toward Western media. I'm not gonna lie and say there aren't popular gateway anime, but even those don't share the same spotlight as, say, Marvel movies, Minecraft, or Fortnite. Personally, I was watching anime before I even knew what it was. I may not have realized there was a term for all the things I started to love, but I could sense something special about the few bits and pieces that made it into my early childhood. Did you know that, way back in the 80s, Nickelodeon used to air anime? I remember seeing an old VHS recording that looked way different than any other cartoon at the time. I could never find it again, until recently that is. I'm not 100% sure which one it was, but Nickelodeon aired a couple of anime from The Adventures of the Little Prince, Belle and Sebastian, and Grimm's Fairy Tale Classics. They were localized as ordinary cartoons, but even little baby Daikun could tell the difference. Same goes for My Neighbor Totoro. That film became a huge landmark for my childhood. Still didn't know what anime was, but I knew it was special, and I'm lucky my dad chose to rent it from the video store. Then there was Sailor Moon, which came on in the mornings right after Gargoyles. By far, the biggest anime gateway was Pokémon, which took the world by storm in the 90s. You could find it everywhere, from kids' meal toys to Walmart beach towels. The one issue with Pokémon was that it was so heavily localized that it too blended in with other cartoons at the time. I mean, it's totally possible to be a Pokémon fan, but not an anime fan. So no, what actually broke the dam for me was Cowboy Bebop. I never grew up with Cartoon Network. I guess you had to pay extra for that. Luckily, I had a friend who showed me Adult Swim during a sleepover, finally referring to it as anime. His dad got him into it, which was weird, since the dad was a veteran who used to say shit like, "It was a completely unexpected encounter that changed my life forever." It's possible I might have found my way eventually, but the butterfly effect can be unpredictable. One of the best curated parts of my past was Media Play. God, I fucking love Media Play. Or did. Rest in peace, physical media. For real, that store had all the latest anime DVDs. The ones from ADV Films, Central Park Media, and Bandai that would never be allowed on TV. Before the internet was anyway reliable, I could only learn about new anime from those preview extras on the DVDs I bought. To be fair, a Crunchyroll subscription probably has a bigger library for way cheaper these days, but there's a certain sense of validation that comes from seeing these niche products on store shelves. These days, whenever I find anime merch, it's only from the select few mega popular shows. Demon Slayer, Spy Family, My Hero, Sailor Moon, Naruto, DBZ, you get the picture. Gaming's had a long trajectory, not necessarily for the best. I mean, back in the 90s and early 2000s, all the best games were Japanese. Mario, Zelda, Nintendo, PlayStation, even licensed Western titles were made by Japanese studios, like Batman or Aladdin. Again though, it was really easy for those Japanese roots to be hidden. As a kid, I certainly didn't realize there was much of a difference between Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie. Still, all sorts of awesome anime-styled games made their way overseas in this way. Final Fantasy, Street Fighter, and even Resident Evil bred a generation of potential otaku. You don't see it as much anymore due to theft and vandalism, but stores used to have playable demos of their consoles. I loved walking into Media Play and hearing the trailer for Tales of Symphonia on repeat. There's this one obscure game, Robot Alchemic Drive, that I never would have bought if it weren't found playable at a Target kiosk. It's this crazy mecha kaiju game where you have to pilot your robot from a human's perspective. To get a good vantage point, you could fly to the top of a nearby building, or even risk standing on your robot's shoulder. I friggin' loved that game, and certainly wouldn't have seen its potential from just the box art alone. When I actually went to go buy it, it was buried behind other games listed alphabetically, so I had to deliberately seek it out. Xbox and the boom of Western gaming really screwed up the way anime games were curated. Digital storefronts like the PlayStation Network are now regionally biased. Instead of the latest JRPG, my homepage is filled with Call of Duty and sports games. It's still that way, especially on Steam. People now call the games I like weeb games, when they used to be the norm. I'm glad I can still find the stuff I want with a little work, but there are potential fans who wouldn't even know to put in that work. That brings me to the final part of this discussion. When it comes to the things you care about, you need to be proactive about it. If you only look at the options selected for you, you may never find what truly matters. I'm not saying curators are necessarily malicious. Plenty recommend things based on ulterior motives, but others just have different tastes. In YouTube's case, it tends to ignore what you say you want to see, and instead goes exclusively off what you actually wind up watching. This promotes clickbait and casual viewing. In my case, there's even a clear-cut case of shadow banning. The only true way to keep up with anyone you're subscribed to is to proactively visit their channels, rather than letting the homepage or trending tab guide you. I suppose you can try and surround yourself with curators you trust. It's an uphill battle though, as you don't know what you might discover, but it's also necessary, unless you're fine just going with the flow. Sometimes that's okay. I don't mind trusting the first page of Google results when it comes to ordering pizza or finding a hotel. I'm not an expert in those things, and it's safer to go with a popular option. When it's a matter of my anime though, I'm glad I do stuff like catalog various 90s OVAs on Twitter, rather than just let the Crunchyroll homepage pick things for me. To wrap things up, I want you to try seeing the world in terms of curation. How do you get information on what's out there? Are you lucky that certain things you hold dear were discovered serendipitously? What forms of curation have you enjoyed, and which ones do you think have failed you? Let me know in the comments, and until next time, celebrate your fandom! Thanks for watching. This channel relies on support from viewers like you.
Please help us out by dropping a like and comment. Subscribe for more videos, and be sure to enable notifications. Or hit up our Discord so you never miss out on a new upload.
Most importantly, if you can spare it, please sign up as a channel member, either through YouTube, Patreon, or Subscribestar. You can find links in the description. We've got perks like exclusive content or early access.
Until next time,
Celebrate your fandom! I want to give a special shout out to all my $10 and up supporters: Video Gamer 75, Dante Pendragon, Stephen Elak, Otaku Mom, Mystic Samurai 1983, Free Brick, Alexis Yukio Gomez Yamato, Lunarworks, Link Pendrago, Observer Bellis, James Hewitt, Uncanny EXP, Crow Calum, Sal Soto, Major, Winter's Edge, Sneer Cachette, Sunbro Torian, Dionysus, Caitlin P, Sogai CH, Sith Lord 906, Vladimirovna, The Taz 96, Kango X 77, Alistair Bernadotte, and Ryzen 99. Thank you all so much.